Hey guys, it's Zach, and today we're going to take a look at the new Pokemon Pass. So, what Pokemon Pass seems to be is the new way that they are going to distribute things like gift Pokemon, and then there's also some little tidbits like stickers that you can use in pictures. That's a little novel for me, but the main concern that we're going to talk about today is the distribution Pokemon. So right now, going on a target is a shiny Pikachu or a shiny Eevee for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee games for the Nintendo Switch. This is one of the first activities and distributions they're doing, and it's only for Target. So for this app to work, you're going to have to go to Target and scan a QR code in the store. So apparently, when we get there, it will show us that the app is there. The app will let us know that there's an event going on in the area, and up here we can also see that it's through May 11th to June 23rd. Today is the 13th, and I am going to go to Target and redeem this and see how I feel about the app. So, first thing we see is completed activities. So, for installing it, you get a Pikachu sticker, and if you use the sticker, you can just get a sticker and you can slap it onto a photo. Right now, it doesn't give you a way to switch the photos. You can only use the back camera on my device, so you cannot take selfies with these stickers. But nonetheless, it's really novel to me. That's not the main concern of this app. So once we get to Target, it should give us the availability to scan the QR code, and we will see that once we get there. What's this app replacing is these distribution codes that they used to do. So for X and Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, they were giving out mythical Pokemon, and they were doing it through these cards that you would go into the store and you would pick up. You would scratch off right here, and it would give you a code, and here's the directions to redeem them. As you can see over the years, I've done quite a few. So looking at this app, I definitely feel like there may be some pros and cons there when using this app. Um, the first thing you have to do when installing this app is connect it to a Pokemon Trainers Club account, which I already have because I play online and I do some of the online competitions. I'm not the best, but it's a fun activity to do. So when you connect it to a Pokemon Trainer Club account, I think this is Nintendo and the Pokemon Company's way of getting people on board with Trainer Club's accounts because I think they're going to be a big role in playing online against opponents, whether they be your friends or random people, when it comes to the upcoming Sword and Shield games. So our next step is to now go to Target and see how this all works. Okay, as we can see, I'm in the Target parking lot. I'm about, I want to say, like 100 feet away from the store, and it has told me that I have arrived and that I can start my event. If I click start, it'll probably open up the QR code. Let's go, look for the display in the toy department, then scan the code, and you'll receive a game code to get a shiny Pikachu or shiny Eevee. So once I get in, I'll scan it and see how it goes. Oh, there's a QR code that I'm scanning. Okay, now that I have my game booted up, I'm going to go follow the instructions that they gave me. I'm going to go to communicate, mystery gift, and I'm going to get with code or password. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my code. I'm not really worried about showing you guys my code because it's going to be redeemed by the time this video is posted, obviously. But you only get one. So if you are like me and you own both versions of the game, you have few options of what you can do to make sure that you get both. There are definitely people like me who want to make sure they get both. It changed the code on me. That's so weird. As you can see, I started entering the code and it changed the code on me as I was entering it. It refreshed. I wonder if I'll be able to use that to my benefit. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. It's verifying my code. And I'm going to go ahead and select my shiny Eevee. I wonder if the natures will be preset or will it be something that is just random. Okay, so I got myself an Eevee. I'm going to go ahead and go back. And now looking at it, so there's one code. That's the code I started to enter. But if I scroll over, I'm getting more codes. So I only have two versions of the game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use all three. Let's try it out. So I've already received this gift. Let's go boot it up and see if it works in the Let's Go Eevee. I'll be back in one moment. Okay, so I'm now on my Let's Go Eevee game. I've entered the second of the three codes that I've gotten, and let's see if this works. Okay, so they give you three codes. So you can get both games. You can get the shiny Eevee and the shiny Pikachu, and you actually have an extra one. I don't know why they're doing that, but I think it's pretty cool. Now, when I looked at my Eevee in the other game, it was a 1-star stat. It was a brave nature. So let's go down and check this Pikachu out, see what we get. So this is docile. So it's a neutral nature. And let's look at its IVs. So this one is a lot better than the Eevee I got. The Eevee I got was 1-star. So I guess the EVs of the Pokemon are random overall. So you could get a really good Pikachu or Eevee. You could get a really bad one. So overall, the fact that I got three codes out of it, I'm not too upset about that. That kind of takes away one of my concerns with this app. But I'll talk about that more in just one moment. Okay, guys, so this was the unused code. If I go back, I can see that they gave me three codes. So I don't know if that was an error with this being a new app or if you were really supposed to get multiple codes, but I am kind of excited that I was able to get both Pikachu and Eevee. Because overall, one of my concerns was that you were only going to be able to get one code per account. And then if you wanted to get both games, you would have to have two trainer accounts and then log out of the app and log back in on the second account to redeem the code both times to get the codes for both Pokemon. There are a lot of times with Pokemon where they do codes where one version of the game gets one Pokemon, one version of the game gets another Pokemon. So to be able to get both of those Pokemon, like this, for example, I was actually really excited that I was able to get multiple codes so I could get both Shiny Pikachu and Shiny Eevee. Either way, this is my unused code on the screen right now. So if you're not able to make it to a target, punch that in and go ahead and take it. Just don't forget to smash that like button and let me know down in the comments below whether you want a shiny Pikachu or a shiny Eevee. So one of the cons right now for me is the one code per account thing, and this could be a bug. We'll have to wait for the next code distribution or event Pokemon to find out whether you only get one code or was this just like a bug. Because it only says you get one code. The code below will only unlock one Pokemon. So I think that this might have been a bug on the app side, giving me multiple codes. Either way, I'm super happy. Because someone like me, as you can see with my old distribution cards, let me pull out one for example. With Dialga and Palkia, I actually had multiple codes because I owned Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I was able to get two of each. And I was really worried about once this app came out that they were going to take that ability away from me to be able to redeem them on multiple carts. But like I said before, we'll have to see how these events go on, whether they'll go back to one code or whether they'll give us a bunch of extras. Either way, I'm super satisfied with getting 3 codes. I hope someone redeems that down below and grabs it for themselves. Another thing, another pro, when talking about the benefits of this app, one thing I noticed is that a lot of people take a bunch of these cards, and especially at like Target, where they're not really monitored. GameStop, you kind of have to ask for them, and they'll hand you how many you want, but they're not going to give you a stupid amount. With Target, like what people would do is grab a handful of these codes and then sell them on like eBay and Amazon for like $2 to $5. Now, most of the time you're getting these codes, they might already be expired or might already be redeemed. Hopefully not. But by people selling these codes, that's kind of a scummy thing, especially when you're taking the whole pile and you're just selling a stack of them on Amazon or eBay. This is not something that you're supposed to resell. You're only supposed to get one per game. Luckily, most of the time they don't care if you grab like 2 or 4. But if you're grabbing a whole handful, that's pretty scummy in my opinion. So that's one benefit that no matter what, as long as the QR code's still there, people will be able to come in and redeem their code and get the code. So you don't have to worry about these cards running out or disappearing. And a lot of the issues I had at Target is that the shipments would come late, or like people would not know where they were. You'd go up and be like, hey, I'm looking for this Pokemon card. And they'd point you to like the actual Pokemon trading card game when you're like, no, it has like a code on the back. Most of the people there at Target had no clue what you were talking about. But then again, with GameStop, you get a little better experience because they usually know what you're talking about. And like I said before, this is my stack of codes. Let's not fuck my. Too late for that. As you can see, I've I've gotten a lot of these. I've gotten a lot of multiple Pokemon of these events. So if that would have been taken away from me, I would have been a little upset. Another benefit I see from this is GPS spoofing. So it was kind of a big deal when Pokemon Go first came out, but you can actually trick your phone into thinking that you're at a place that you're actually not. And by doing this, people who might live really far away from these events, there's people out in the middle of nowhere that live an hour away from their nearest Target. It's sometimes hard to get out there. So you might be able to spoof your GPS to make it think like you're at Target and just scan your code. Like I said before, they were just printed sitting on a desk. If someone at Target can print them out, then my high quality photo that I took that I'm going to go ahead and post. So if you want to go ahead and try to GPS spoof it, if you need to do that, you go right ahead and try to use the images of the codes that I took. You should be able to just take these codes and put them on a screen or print them out yourself and scan them, and they should be able to work as long as you can trick your GPS into thinking you're at a Target, for example. So that's another benefit. And another benefit when it comes to the GPS spoofing is that Pokemon and the Switch on the Let's Go games and the Nintendo Switch are region unlocked. So this might be a way to get foreign distributions. Japan gets a lot of events that are Japan only. If we're able to trick our phones into thinking we're in Japan and use this app to take a picture of the code that someone might post online and make it think we're in Japan, we might be able to get event Pokemon that we weren't able to have access for to before. So this app is going to be really interesting to see how they treat it. How strict are they going to be with the codes? Are you going to be able to GPS spoof it? So those are definitely questions I have that people on the internet will definitely mess with as it goes. But anyways, go ahead and download that Pokemon if you get a chance to. If you didn't, I hopefully you can either spoof the GPS or get yourself to Target. Anyways, I've been Zach. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the Pokemon Pass so far. Do you like it? Would you rather have the old school card distributions as you see? And what do you think about it? What are your pros and cons? Also, don't forget to let me know if you're getting a shiny Pikachu or you're getting a shiny Eevee, or did you get multiple codes? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.